someone to the moon and back. Sometimes when you love someone very, very much, you need to find a way of describing how great your feelings are. Show that special person in your life just how much you love them. Hi. Hello. Welcome back to Tinkling Words. Welcome back. It's raining today. It's raining outside. You probably can hear the rain dropping on the roof. And today we are going to read this book. We're going to read this book, and you can see here it's a very cute book. It has two characters in this story. See? And it's called Guess How Much I Love You. And we have two characters here. In this story, we have the big nut brown hair. The big nut brown hair who has very long arms and legs and very long ears. And we have the little one who is called the little nut brown hair. He is still a baby. He's still a baby, so he's very small. That's why he's called the little nut brown hair. So this story is the story about these two hairs and the conversation between them. It's a very sweet and cozy story. Good. So now you can just relax yourself. Let's get started. Okay. Guess how much I love you. Hopping, 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 hopping. Oh, look. The little nut brown hair is on the back of the big nut brown hair. Little nut brown hair, who was going to bed, held on tight to big nut brown hair's very long ears. And they are under a very, very big tree. A tree with a lot of branches full of green leaves. And they are on a green field full of flowers and grass and mushrooms. The little nut brown hair is holding the big nut brown hair's very long ears, and they looked at each other. The little nut brown hair wanted to be sure that big nut brown hair was listening. Guess how much I love you, he said. Oh, I don't know. I don't think I could guess that, said Big Nut Brown Hair. They are looking at each other. The little Nut Brown Hair opened his arms. This much, said the little Nut Brown Hair, stretching out his arms as wide as they could go. Look, like this. The little Nut Brown Hair even stood on the trunk. Remember that the big Nut Brown Hair is very tall and he has long arms and long legs with very long ears. So when he stood up, he opened his arms too. But I love you this much. This much. That is a lot, thought little Nut Brown Hair. So then the little Nut Brown Hair stood up on his toes. And stretching out his arms up to the sky as high as they could go. I love you as high as I can reach, said little Nut Brown Hair. And you may have guessed, the big Nut Brown Hair also stood up very high, very tall, and stretching his arms high on the sky. I love you as high as I can reach, said Big Nut Brown Hair. That is quite high, thought little Nut Brown Hair. I wish I had arms like that. Little Nut Brown Hair stood there and looked at the big Nut Brown Hair, looking surprised. And then little Nut Brown Hair had a good idea. Look. He jumped it upside down and reached up to the tree trunk with his feet. He must have thought that this way he can have the length doubled as what he actually is. So he said, I love you all the way up to my toes. And then, guess what? Big Nut Brown Hair is very smart. He said, and I love you all the way up to your toes, said Big Nut Brown Hair, swinging up over his head. So, in this way, he can have his length plus the little Nut Brown's length. Is double the length. So maybe the little Nut Brown Hair was a little bit frustrated. I love you as high as I can hop, loved little Nut Brown Hair, bouncing up and down Guess what big nut brown hair do? He said, "But I love you as high as I can hop," smiled big nut brown hair, and he hopped so high that his ears is touching the branches of the tree. The little nut brown hair stood under the tree, looking up the big nut brown hair, and he thought, "That's good hopping. I wish I could hop like that." Oh, now look at them. They are crunching on top of the mountain, looking far out, miles from miles. They are on top of the mountains, under the big tree. The little nut brown hair said, "I love you all the way down the lane, as far as the river," cried little nut brown hair. Oh, so the little nut brown hair cried, which means he was like this. "Oh, I love you all the way down the lane, as far as the river." And the big nut brown hair said, "I love you across the river and over the hills." "That's very far," thought little nut brown hair. He was almost too sleepy to think anymore. Sleepy. Then he looked beyond the thorn bushes, out into the big dark night. Nothing could be further than the sky. And now look at them. The big nut brown hair is holding the little nut brown hair in the air under the dark night with a smiley moon, and they are looking at each other. That is a very sweet moment. "I love you right up to the moon," he said, and closed his eyes. Oh, now the little nut brown hair is in the arms of the big nut brown hair. The little one looked very cozy with his eyes closed, his little ears dropping down. He must having a very peaceful sleep in the arms of the big nut brown hair. And the big nut brown hair stood up, looking up onto the sky, to the smiley moon, and he think, "Oh, that's far," said the big nut brown hair. "That is very, very far." Big nut brown hair settled little nut brown hair into his bed of leaves. He put the little ones down, and he leaned over and kissed him goodnight. You can almost see from the image that the little nut brown hair is having a very peaceful out his arms with the big kiss from the big nut brown hair. Then the big nut brown hair lay down close by and whispered with a smile, "I love you right up to the moon and back." The end. That was the story. These some conversations in the book between those two little hairs, and I thought they were a bit competitive, but in these matters it's kind of cute. So I hope that you found it nice and relaxing, that this story has filled you some sweetness before you falling asleep, so you can have a sweet dream. And I hope to see you next time. Love someone to the moon